This is a Dufflepod, and let me show you why I think it's a Dufflepod. Sometimes you can't see the colors as true as they are in person, but it's almost reddish skin, like possibly, like Indian, North American Indian. But anyways, if you don't know what a Dufflepod is, you might want to look it up. It's kind of interesting. But what a Dufflepod is, it's a one-footed mythological creature that only has one foot and supposedly uses that foot as an umbrella often. So, the only place that I've ever seen the Dufflepods was in, because like I said before, it is a mythological creature, and the only place I've seen it is on, or in the books of the C.S. Lewis, Chronicles of Narnia, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, where Lucy, they go to this island and Lucy goes on this, bit of a trail and encounters the Dufflepods. But I'm also intrigued because I believe that this could be Roger's no-toes. Possibly. Even though we can kind of tell there is toes on this guy. Because you can see you got the big toe right here. See the big toe. And you've got the other toe. Now there may be one in between there too. Okay. So, and then also, well, you can obviously tell it's a foot and an ankle. Okay. See that? But you can see the lines, like when you crease your hands from when the hands are together and your feet are together and you have little creases. Same thing. It's on here. Those creases in our feet. But on this side, and I just was looking at this when I first found it, and obviously I saw the foot, but I didn't put two and two together. But I noticed all this layered stuff, and I just found that odd. And I found, as I was looking around, I found the silhouette of the face of the creature. The eye is right there. You can see the circular part of it. Pull back and you can see it kind of all. But as I turn it, this is like this round piece underneath the eye is a cheek, and to the left of that cheek is an open mouth. And just above the open mouth is a nose. Now this is the silhouette. No, you know what? That circle, I believe, could be the ear and not the eye, because the eye, it's not in the right place for the eye. It would be above the nose. And looking at this again, possibly, not sure, eye, nose, but definitely the face, nose, and mouth. I'm going to have to get my fibrous microscope out and look at that again. But I just find it odd that his body is so contorted that his face is facing the front of his toes, which is correct. But then his back, that's his butt crack right here. That's his little butt crack. So his butt crack is at the front of his feet, and his body slopes around here and comes down here, and then his head is up this way. I believe he may have been stuck in the mud in the flood, and his body in death swirled around and then was, pushed down by the pressure of the water, I guess. It's the only thing that makes sense. And then on the other side of the face, where there's more of the body, like we talked here, like this is the the butt crack. So this has got to be the back, and then the shoulders are up here, which is another weird thing, which is I just haven't figured that part out yet, because it's like shoulders, but then the head is here. It could be part of the neck, not sure. But over here on this other side, you can see the ribs. I'll have to get the different light out. You can see it you can see it a little bit there. Some of these are very translucent, but they're just fascinating. And Rogers even talked about how mythology is going to become history overnight as soon as the world wakes up and realizes that these are not mythological creatures. They're for real, for real. And I have a fairy, too. A fairy head. And it's odd because when I found it, I didn't know what type of being it was, because I didn't see the ears on it. And I researched and researched and researched it. And came across something and thought to look at it a little bit different and flipped it over and found the ears on the back. Definitely a fairy. I'll do a clip on that one in the next video. But I believe that some of this stuff is like arms, legs, and the leg. And the Dufflepods are one-footed. I don't know if I mentioned that. And that was what drew my attention to why I only found 1 foot. Like, what? Why? What's going on here? And then that's because I had already knew about the Dufflepods, and I had already thought about things, listening to Roger Spur, Mud Fossil University, talk about the no-toes and the springs in their feet, and how that they gear up to do a springed leap. I just think that they could be one and the same being. These, even though they have toes, here on the outside, they had to have had some type of magic or something inside that geared them up to make that spring of a jump. Because basically, I mean, they could jump quite far, like, 4 to 6 feet or something like that. I don't know. But it's strange. But I had to share it. And there's my Dufflepod. This is the Dancing Deplorable. Thanks for watching my videos. I'll be streaming more mud fossil videos starting very soon. Probably within the next week or so.